Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Uh, my name is Friska Deborah, and I am the chief planner of Fortune Company. And in this occasion, I would like to give a presentation about our plan later in this month, titled Charity Event Plan for Those in Needs in COVID-19 Pandemic. Before we start, I would like to uh, ask, how are you today? Are you in a good state of health condition? Because I know this kind of thank God. Because I know in this kind of situation it is pretty hard for us to cope, and I really wish that all of us could face this situation really well. Okay. And in this opportunity, I would like to do a presentation, as I said before, titled Charity Event Plan for Those in Needs in COVID-19 Pandemic. And our company have this idea because there are many people who are in very much need because of this pandemic they are lost their job, and also they become homeless. So I think this is a very good idea for those who are those people there are in our society right now. There is in need. So I'm sorry. Okay, the topic that I would bring in this presentation, there are three topics. The first one is background, and then the second one is issues, and the last one is the execution. So, and in this presentation, feel free to ask in the middle of my talk, and if you can wait to the last until the last presentation, then you can ask in the question and answer session. But if you want to ask in the middle of my talk, there is uh, really uh, really no problem. So in this presentation will last for about 8 minutes, and the first I would like to start this presentation with the background first. So why this event is being made? The first one is COVID-19 pandemic that is becoming a global issue as many people lost their job and income. So this is the main issues that we as human being really see as the news, and also uh, the headline news in everywhere, in newspaper, in TV. They really show what this pandemic causes for a lot of people. And then I hope that this charity event, really help those people. And the second reasons why I think this is a best idea for in this kind of situation is because many people died because of this virus, in line with those who lost their families and loved ones. So with this event also, I think that it is very much a very good event to give a consolation for family who lost their loved ones. And last is the theme that we will take in this charity event is a music charity. As you guys are the young entrepreneur, I think this is very interesting for us to do a charity by a music, because uh, by music we can also give consolation and also gather the charity. And then the issues that I highlight in this uh, presentation is talking about the issues that we may face in the execution later. For example, the number of the people who really needs the help and the aids. So I think it's kind of become a problem to really get the exact number of people that really need our help in uh, to this specifically regarding the aids, and then the foods, and also the kinds of aids and help that are going to be given to them, such as the medicine and also the food and also the mask and hand sanitizer, etc. And then the perfect time this event will be conducted, as now it is in May. So I think it's very kind of arguable when this event will take place. And then the last, not the last, but yeah, the last issue that I will presenting is about the execution of this plan. So this charity will need various people from many fields in making the charity reach its goal, such as you guys. You are the young entrepreneur, and I think it is really helpful for you to make this event become successful in the end. We will need musical students and also what else? The experts that is know very well about this pandemic, so that in this event they can also share what is the right thing to do, because there is many hoax and also many news and many things that are flowing, and us as society become really anxious of those lie, and also we have confusion whether it is right or wrong. So I think it is perfect for this charity also to become a place for those to know what is right for us in this situation. And also taking a musician to compose the music and make the arrangement of it. So we need the students of music art students, to arrange this event. I think it is not too hard for them, because it's music and they really have to cope with music in every day of their life. So I think it is very much easy for them. Not easy, but yeah. And then the third one is using the e-money application to make it easier for people to be involved in charity. So in my idea, the using e-money application for people to get involved in doing the charity is very much helpful, because nowadays there are many people that are using e-money, such as OVO, Dana, GoPay, what else? Yeah, there is Genius, and also etc. And using that kind of e-money is really helpful, so they can help through e-money. No need to transfer using ATM and any place that they have to going out from home. The last is take place in about 3 days, using Instagram as the main platform to do the event. So in this event, there will be a musician, as I said before, and the charity will use Instagram as the main platform for them to do the charity. Next. And then the last day of the event will also be the last day of donation, and thus it will be the day where the amount of money will be announced. So in the last day, the amount of money that have already collected will be announced through the Instagram live, and those money will use to bought the aids and all of the help that needed that help will be bought in the day after, directly in the day after. And the target of the charity will mostly to the homeless people who spend their days and nights in street and street vendors. So the main focus in this help donations is for those who still live in the street and also the street vendors who depends their lives in their selling. And as we know nowadays, they they will lose many buyers because people tend to use the online shopping. So we focus on them that is still doing their selling in the street. And also the charity will mainly focus on Bogor, Depok, and Pasar Minggu areas. I think that's it from my presentation. So this is the session for questions and answers. You are very much needed to ask some questions. Thank you. Is there any?
May I?
Okay.
Oh,
Yes.
Akina or me?
I think Novita first.
Okay. Thank you very much for the clear explanation, Priska.
Yes.
Miss Priska. So I would like to ask about the issue that you have explained before. You mentioned three main issues that will
Yes.
come from this charity event. So I would like to ask, do you have any plan or any options how to come up with these issues?
Okay. In which issue? All of these issues?
Yeah, all of these issues. Do you have any plan or any options for to come up with these issues, or do you have consider they have to cover these issues?
Okay. So for the first issue, the number of the people who really in needs, I think it is we'll explain later when we already make the team to do the survey in the street directly to list all of the homeless and also street vendors that we are focused on, and also people who already lost their loved ones and they are in the not so good condition economically. So I think the first issue is going to be more deeply discussed when we already made a team. And then the second issue, the kind of aids and help that are going to be given. So personally, I think the first thing that comes up in my mind regarding this kind of pandemic, I think it is best for giving the masker and also hand sanitizer, because as we know, there are a lot of irresponsible people who buy masker and then they sell them with the higher price. And yes, and then I think that is the basic and very most important thing that we have to give. And then after that we will also as I said before, we will also discuss in the team, but in my mind, the masker, hand sanitizer, and basic foods, sembako, must include in the donations. And the perfect time this event will be conducted, yes, it is also included in the discussion in the team later. I think that's very much answer the question, Novita.
Okay. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Novita. Anything else from the audience? Okay, thank you so much for your attention and all your questions. I'm so honored to be here. And once again, thank you so much.